Did New England prove to be a legitimate Super Bowl contender? Let's start with that.
Yeah, I think they did because regardless of, when you look at the schedule, you got to look at, okay, what games, when you look at contenders, what games matter? Okay, to be a contender, what you want to do is you want to be anybody in the top 4 teams with really good records are contenders. Some people get in just because they won a division, like the Bucs got in that year at 9-8 or something like that.
8-9.
They wasn't a contender. But you look at this team, how they're playing. What do they do great? Which is what you got to do defensively. The number one is stopping the run. Got to be able to run the ball in the playoffs. If you can't run on this team, you got to throw. Okay. So now you look at what they've done on the road. If they're top 3, which they'll probably be at the end of the year, they're gonna play a lot of home games. Okay. So you want to play home games. But if they do got to travel, the 2 most important games that they've had this year on the road that they've won in a close game is the Buffalo Bills, who were rolling at the time, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They made the necessary plays to win those games on the road. Okay, they're really good. Number 1 in the league is stopping the run. So now it comes down to who will they have to face at quarterback. Look at the AFC quarterback. So you got Daniel Jones. He ain't proving nothing. A-Rod is old. We still got question marks with Lamar. Bo has been to the playoffs, but he hasn't done enough in the playoffs. So that leaves Justin Herbert. He ain't did nothing in the playoffs. Trevor Lawrence. He ain't did nothing in the playoffs. So that leaves Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes. Those are the 2 quarterbacks that are threats in the AFC. They got Drake Maye, who's playing lights out right now.
He ain't did nothing in the playoffs neither. Put him in that boat.
But that's what
Put him in the boat with them niggas.
He's in the MVP combo right now. So it's basically even across the board because you only got 2 quarterbacks that's over here that are threats. Everybody else is over here, including Drake Maye. So they got just as good a chance being contenders as anybody else especially what they did yesterday. The rest of the schedule is favorable for them. They could end up as the number 1 seed because of their schedule. So, yeah, they're legit Super Bowl contenders because the AFC is just wide open this year.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree that New England is a legit Super Bowl contender. You look at their record, they're 8-2. They're in the driver's seat for a possible number 1 seed. This has Vrabel's DNA all over it.
Yeah.
Stop the run, physical. They got Travion Henderson going yesterday. That guy, he is explosive. Drake Maye playing at a high level, making plays. Not going to wow you with stats or a bunch of explosive plays, but they make enough plays to win.
Right.
And what I like about New England is this isn't their final form. This is a young team with a young quarterback. They got a bunch of great young players, and they're just coming into their own. And them going to Buffalo and getting a win, that's a huge confidence boost. Now they go down, they grind one out against Tampa, huge confidence boost. So I really like where this thing's headed. Really respect Vrabel as a head man. You know, he gets the most out of his guys. You see him talking in that locker room. Those guys respect him. So Patriots, I mean, they're not playing their best. They're playing really, really good football, but I think they have another gear. I think that they can turn it on. The schedule's favorable, and they got a shot at the number 1 seed.
Yep.
I agree. Let y'all do all the stats and all that other stuff. I really just look at a team, and it's a yay or a nay. Is this team hard body? Can they win a chip? I look at the Patriots, and they look like a team led by a dog-ass Super Bowl winning defensive end type of guy. You know what I'm saying? So
he is.
That DNA is clear. You probably couldn't tell me half the players on their defense. The motherfuckers fly around. They physical as hell.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And you look at the numbers. They stop the run, the best in the league. They 8th in total defense. They offense is middle of the pack run game, but clearly you see it can be super explosive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Pass game, it could be super explosive. So I think they hit enough explosion plays, and the confidence that they play with is just written all over the team. And that's the kind of stuff that I look for, man. Maybe not QBR, quarterback rating, and I'm gonna look at what you're doing against this run, and let me see that confidence ooze off your team. You know what I'm saying? Let me see how y'all play as a team, how it look. I don't know, maybe I got that Super Bowl eye, you know what I'm saying? Maybe all the playoff games I've been in. You know how that shit go, Kenzie.
I'm sure
I just been around it, so
Yep.
I'm telling you, it look a certain way. And the Patriots, they for sure got that look this year.
I agree, only because of the head coach, and I can't believe Tennessee fired him, but he's made for this franchise
Yeah.
this way to remake it in his image on the fly. He's on path to be the coach of the year. Josh McDaniels is perfect for this kid quarterback.
Yes.
Just perfect.
Yes.
Because he is really, really good at what Josh does. And they have that defense playing at such a high level. They're number one against the run, so that's you can hang your helmet on that as you go into the playoffs. They're, as you say, they win every game on the road. You can run with that, man. When it comes time, when it starts to snow, if you can stop the run on the road. And listen, Christian Gonzalez, what he did to Ibuka yesterday, especially in the fourth quarter, I know it was hot and humid, and you guys know it better than anybody. Because it was rainy, humid, where it just...
That's the worst one.
That's the worst.
Yeah,
that's
so
terrible.
That rain in Tampa and then it go away.
Man.
That's miserable.
Man.
But Ibuka looked like I'm not saying he was quitting, but he was just getting locked down, shut down, where he was running out of gas in the fourth quarter because Christian Gonzalez had him locked up all over the field. And when you can take... Look, there's no Mike Evans. There's no Chris Godwin. There's no Jalen McMillan from last year. So it's kind of Ibuka or bust, or Cade Otton, maybe Sterling Shepard here or there, maybe Tez every once in a while. But it's Ibuka or bust, man. That's who they are right now. And if Christian Gonzalez can say, no, I got him everywhere, man, it gets harder and harder to find somebody who's separating. Baker's back there, and then they're coming and they're blitzing, and yet that game yesterday, it was a 3-play game because he hit the one on the cross, against the blitz that kid Kyle Williams broke for, 72, and then Trevion breaks 2 big ones. That's it, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that the game?
If that was Bo, y'all be saying he played shitty. He didn't do anything.
Okay, well...
I guess
You talking about Drake?
Talking about Drake? Okay,
No, I don't think it was just 3 plays, Skip.
Well, I
ain't
do.
with you on the 3 plays.
It wasn't much.
Okay, so Drake May completed 16 of 31. That's 52%. That's not great.
He ain't do much. I promise you that.
All right, but he was 5 of 9 against pressure, and he will stand in there. Although the one to the crossing route to Kyle Williams, it looked like he kind of flinched, and it was still rainy at that point. I thought the ball slipped a little bit. It just happened to go to the right place. It dropped right over Kyle. I'm not sure he had complete control of the football on that one. So he got a little bit lucky, but again, he threw the end zone interception that kept Tampa alive. That was late in the, that was, it's 5:25 left in the game. So I still think it's a 3-play game. If you take those 3 away, then Tampa's hanging in, and Tampa doesn't have nearly as good a defense. Like I know you picked them, and
no, they not. They defense ain't.
Because their defense looks a little more raggedy each time I watch it.
Well,
a little more raggedy.
The reason I can't give you a 3-play game is because Baker Mayfield last time touching the ball before the third quarter was 7 minutes and 20-something seconds left in the second quarter. They had a 7+ minute drive where he completed 3 passes to get first downs, and then the touchdown throw to end the half.
That's his best drive of the game.
That's what I'm saying. So if they don't get points, that's a 7.5 minutes.
Yeah, well,
It's a 7.5 minutes. You see what happened last week in 7.5 minutes? The Commanders lost Jaden Daniels. So a lot can happen in 7.5 minutes. To hold the ball for that long, and he's making all of these throws on that drive, that's why I say it's more than 3 plays. Now, those big plays, that's, the defense, and then he threw the pick at the end. But you got the 2 big runs, but the throws he was making, he was completing throws to keep the drive going. That drive alone is what gave them the edge. Because after that, it wasn't much.
You ever seen a quarterback take a knee on 1st and goal, take a knee to kill the clock? You ever seen that? Because I've never seen that.
Brilliant.
Never seen it before, ever.
Yeah, but why is that not smart?
Well, it's brazen, man. It's saying you can't keep us out of the end zone even if we have 1 fewer down to play with.
Yeah,
right?
that's a knock on the defense.
Yeah.
That ain't good.
I would, if I were in your shoes, I would take that very personally. Oh, he kneeled on 1st and goal?
Yeah,
Kneeled?
they should.
I think before we go to the Baker and Drake, I think another key component to them being contenders is them winning that home field, and you having to go play in New England, man. New England don't get credit for being a super tough place to play.
It is.
Richie knows.
It's tough place to play, and it is cold up there.
Get cold as shit, and that shit get the rocking up there. So I think that's gonna be a real advantage for them guys too, man. They gonna be real proud of Drake Maye and Vrabel, what they got going, and they gonna have that music, that noise pumping in that motherfucker. It's gonna be a very tough place to go get a win. I promise you that.
Well, let's do a little deeper dive. So who actually played better, though? I know you talked about it a little bit, Skip, but Drake Maye, Baker Mayfield, who played better yesterday?
I got Baker, and I got him on QBR, which you don't like, but it's 58 to 55. But when I look at, as I just mentioned, Drake Maye completed 52%, and Baker completed 65%, 28 of 43 for 273. Drake had 270 because of the big plays. And yet Baker's 3 touchdowns and no interceptions, and Drake Maye did make one big mistake throwing the interception in the end zone that kept Tampa alive. So I was proud of Baker yesterday. And I want to make the point that on the key play of the game was that 4th and 3 with 1:55 left. They have driven, and he's completed some big passes. They bring the house. He's under fire. He had lost one of his starting offensive linemen already. They're not very good to start with. And they are all over him, and it looks like he's sacked 5 times, and somehow he slips free of another sack. It was going to be the play of the year. And he gets the ball away to Rachaad White, but the spy is there, the safety was there to tackle him. If nobody's home, if Rachaad White's just trying to block and then he's open, we're having a whole different discussion because he might still be running. But I swear the safety is spying Baker and was there to tackle Rachaad White.
And what was the score there?
It was 21 to 16.
We were on the
27. They're 27.
Opponent's 27. How much time was left?
1:55.
How many timeouts did we have?
I don't know about
3.
3.
Kick the ball.
Okay.
Why are we going for it on 4th down? We could put that on.
Because you get caught up in Baker's magic.
Yeah, but
Baker magic, baby.
Yeah, but
if he did it all year, you can't tuck your tail now, you know what I'm saying?
But it's 4th and 3. Okay, so if you don't get it,
And they just had a 7-minute drive and ain't give us the ball back. So we just can't bank on getting the ball back. You know what I'm saying?
But you still got
playing
3,
good right now.
You still got 3 timeouts.
But that 7-minute drive is on the back of my mind like shit. They just done this before the last half.
Yeah.
I might kick a field goal and not see the ball back and look like a damn pussy in the media. You know what I'm saying?
You're riding with Baker magic, you got to die with Baker.
You got to die with it. But
Yeah.
I say they played even, though. I say it was
Even.
You said it was 55, 58. That's
Even though
even.
you're all about the win.
I am all about the win. It was. I give him the
You're
edge
giving
because he got the
Baker
win.
some respect.
But I'm just saying, who played better out of the quarterbacks? The team, the Patriots obviously played better because they won.
Yeah.
Out of the quarterbacks, though, it was really even, man. Neither one of them really came out and dominated, in my opinion. Drake had the nice crossing route. Then he had the nice drive before halftime.
Yes.
Besides that, he came out, he completed the deep ball to Hollins, and then he threw a pick 3 plays later. He really didn't do shit else. Baker had a nice opening drive. He had one good drive in the 3rd quarter.
Okay.
He just wasn't escaping the regular Baker who we usually see. He couldn't get his ass out that pocket.
Right.
And he really done nothing else besides his 2 drives.
Because he's up against a really good defense.
That's what I'm saying. So whatever it is.
Higher degree of difficulty is Baker over Drake, right? Because
But Drake is the one who on the road. He the younger guy. You the vet. You the 8 year in your prime. I'm just a little 2nd-year sophomore.
He wasn't really.
He on the road.
He
But,
wasn't.
I mean, he wasn't.
You know.
He had to travel. He had to operate like he was on the road. Fuck who cheering. We don't even hear the trick. It's just how you have to operate. I'm away from home. I got to travel. Don't sleep in my own bed. I got to eat this food opposed to my food I eat at home. It's just being on the road. And you count that last drive, but a minute and 30 left, that bullshit drive where everybody's 14 yards off and he's just throwing 14-yard passes all the way down. That's 65 yards and a touchdown. I wipe that away. You don't get credit for that.
that's what he does.
But you don't get credit for that in my book. That's called garbage time. So you wipe away his garbage time drive. Shit, he had 2 good drives. He had 1 good drive and a good throw, a damn dime though. So I give him that. Y'all played the same, man. Nobody came out and dominated this game. It was fairly even.
Yeah. I'm going Drake Maye, just because he got the dub. Drake got the dub. Baker's stats were better, but Drake got the dub. And the turning point of that game was that drive before the half, where he goes down, he gets the ball to Diggs. dot to Diggs. Diggs gets down. Diggs is a stud. He is. The Bills are sorely missing Stephon Diggs right now. But Stephon Diggs in this system with Vrabel, he knows he can't get off the guardrails. He got to stay in between the guardrails. Hopefully he doesn't lose his mind over the next couple of years. But I think having Diggs with a young quarterback like Drake,
4 kids on the way.
There's a lot going on behind
Things
the scenes.
might affect Diggs.
But look
That
how
might be why you playing so good.
he's got to pay for all those kids.
Shit.
But when you saw Josh Allen really make that step and really turn into a stud, Diggs was his guy. Diggs was his guy to go to on all big plays.
He was.
So Drake goes in there, they score on that touchdown, they come out, they get the ball after the half. Travion Henderson goes off, scores a touchdown, and then the Patriots played with the lead the rest of the game. Baker did play well. He's down. He doesn't have Mike Evans, doesn't have Godwin, he's got a Buka. Buka can only do so much. But I'm giving it to Drake. I think Drake and this young team, they got something special going, and it's all behind Drake Maye making plays.
Yeah, our defense just let us down, man. You can't give up that long a drive before the half and give up a touchdown.
Right.
At least try and hold them to 3. To give up a 7.5-minute drive, to give up points, and then for me, I say kick the field goal, but I understand why y'all said don't, because of look at what you've been getting. But I also look at the other side. Baker wasn't playing overly great. He ain't in that Baker stratosphere where you like, hey, let's die with Baker on 4th down. It's like, hey, man, we need to take all the points we can get. So I feel like if you take the points right there, now it's 21-19. You're kicking the ball with 1 minute and 55 seconds left with 3 timeouts. Take your chances, because what happened anyway? They won with a handoff. So it's like, same thing happened anyway. So you got to take your points, but you can't allow that to happen. Team that don't really run the ball well, and then these big explosives. People forgetting, what about the big explosive that got them down in the red zone before Drake Maye threw the pick?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? These just big explosive plays, man. It's like, you just...
Would you agree New England's defense is way better than Tampa's?
I think so.
I'd say
Like
yes.
way
I think so.
I'd say yes.
Because the problem is Tampa can't rush the passer at all. They get no consistent pressure, so that's why Drake Maye had big advantage over Baker. I get it. It's at Tampa. I get it's a big game, big showcase game against Baker, but Tampa's defense, they're 17th in 3rd downs allowed. They're average at best.
Yeah.
While New England's defense is top 10. They're just solid, and on 3rd down, they're the 5th best in allowing 3rd down conversions. So, man, it's hard. Baker's degree of difficulty was much higher than Drake Maye's yesterday.
Well, in the beginning of the season, we were all hyped on Baker, thinking MVP this
Well, he
season.
was for
We
a
were
while.
really talking, kind of slipping.
Not all of us.
You were like,
Not all of us.
You got to update your resume, though. That's what this league
Not
is
all
about.
When he had all his weapons and the Baker magic, they were rolling.
They were
They
rolling.
looked good. But now he's got a Buka.
out. Well, everybody's been out. Mike Evans
Evans
out.
Magic with. He had
Yeah.
Buka at
I
the
know,
beginning of the year.
but you had Mike, you had the running
And he had
backs.
Egbuka out for like 3 games.
He barely had Mike.
Yeah, Mike wasn't
Mike
there
was
that whole
out.
time.
He barely had Mike.
But you did have Godwin for a while.
He had Godwin for like a game and a half.
Bucky Irvin.
He had
Bucky
the
Irvin's
same
gone.
guys
You
he
can't
got
get the
right
run
now,
going.
man.
Yeah, I think
You got the same guys you got right now.
everything's changing. You just got to update your resume. I still don't think Emeka's fully healthy because, man, if
Right.
you ever pulled your hamstring, you ain't just coming back the next week from a hamstring.
Now that motherfucker healthy.
But,
He
you know.
hopped in the end zone. You healthy. You just had Gonzalez on you. He make your ass look like you not
He
healthy.
did.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
he definitely strapped him. But I mean, you go to the week prior too. He just, they just got to play better. As simple as that.
Well, let's talk about the MVP conversation because after this weekend, this is what it's looking.